Was to board the express next morning, and when Doc brought his coaches to the platform, it was crowded. Mind your backs! Mind your backs! Two porters were taking a loaded trolley to the front van. Fred drove, while Bert walked behind. Careful, Fred! Careful! warned Bert. But Fred was in a hurry and didn't listen. Suddenly, an old lady appeared in front. Fred stopped suddenly, but the luggage slipped forward and burst the lid of a large white wooden box. Some bees flew out, and just as James came backing up down, they began to explore the station. Someone shouted a warning. The platform cleared like magic. The bees were too sleepy to be cross. They found the empty station cold. James's fireman was trying to couple the train. They buzzed around him hopefully. They wanted him to mend their hive. Then they can go back and be warm again. But the fireman didn't understand. He thought they would stung him. He gave a yell, ran back to the cab, and crouched with his jacket over his head. The driver didn't understand either. He swabbed the bees with a shovel. The bees, disappointed, turned their attention to James. James's boiler was nice and warm. The bees swung round it happily. Buzz off! Buzz off! hissed James. He made smoke, but the wind blew it away, and the bees stayed. At last, one settled on his hot smoke box. It burned his foot. The bee thought James had stung it on purpose. It stung James back, right on the nose. Eee! whistled James. He had enough. So was his driver and fireman. They started without waiting for the guard's whistle. They didn't notice till too late. Then they left their train behind. In the end, it was Boko who pulled the express. He was worried at first about leaving his trucks, but Doc promised to look after them, and so it was arranged. He managed to gain back some of the lost time, and the factory controller was pleased with him. No one seemed to notice when James came back to the shed. They were talking about what a new kind of beehive on wheels. It was red, they said. Then they all said buzz, 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 and laughed a lot. James thought that the big mainline engines were being very silly.